We are live. We are live. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I am jumping in the whip real quick. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm gonna leave work for a little while and go to the gym. Right before the holidays is kind of slow, so I just can't be sitting around. I got coworkers standing around looking crazy. Yeah, all right, I had my Memphis playing. Sorry about that. And 3-6 Mafia. Y'all know about that. But sorry for the wait. Sorry for the postponement. Let's get into it. We'll give it a good, strong 15 minutes or so. But what you should be doing in case you can't passport or may never get the passport at all, giving you some options. Before I give you options, I give you a process. I give you a process similar to what I follow. Uh, at the first thing that any of us men should do, and what we should always do, is self-improvement. That's the first thing, right? So whatever that may be, some situations are different. You know, some of us do have our own place to stay, and some of us do have a job that affords us enough to have our own things, but we could probably use an increase in earnings. Um, there's some guys out there that really need to develop having their own. You know, that is immediate need. Like, you can't be living with anybody. You can't be living with family, and you can't be living with a female. You definitely don't live anywhere where your name is not on the paperwork, the lease, or anything like that. You want to establish independence and strength from independence. Um, my method to madness is multiple incomes, being able to be a 2, 3 job type person. Um, I've been like that since 2009. So when I have to go down in the trenches and get myself together and get back right, boost myself up, I'm conditioned to do it. And any man should be willing to go to those links to build himself up. Uh, it's all about how much you work, uh, your schedule, and the things you do outside of work. You must go to the gym. You must do some type of fitness. You must establish uh, within fitness, strength training, and a little bit of martial arts. You need to know how to defend yourself. Just basic self-defense. Doesn't have to be actual martial art. Uh, there's books out there on self-defense. You know, if you want to go boxing, Muay Thai, and stuff like that, that's fine. You know, just do something. It's not all about just lifting weights or doing calisthenics or cardio. Uh, it all comes together. So you have to bridge them. And then getting into your mental health and your physical health. You know, you want to live a long life and you want to be of sound mind and body uh, to make it to old age. So you want to manage stress, fight stress, resist stress. You definitely don't want to get into any emotional, behavioral, or character issues. You want to stay grounded. Uh, things will happen. You will get disappointed. Uh, you know, best way to handle that stuff is to make sure that your risk level is minimal and you find a course of action to get over it, to get past it, or fix it, even fix it. And be careful with the people that you allow in your life that don't cause you problems, right? So you got to do that. Uh, at this current time, it's all about making money and saving money. It's not really about spending. So you don't have to be extravagant. If you want things to be decent and clean, I get that. But my advice is to tone it down. Right now is not a good time to be uh, flashy or anything, or just to get too caught up in brands. It's the economy with the Feds raising rates is really putting people to the test. Uh, and you have to see where you fit in the scheme of things, and you have to be smart. Uh, it's better to take in and earn and save versus more money going out. I know that will affect the kind of style you want to present yourself with, your fashion and your style. But just keep that in mind. There's ways to do things. And also, man, we don't care what people think anyway. If somebody doesn't like I'm I have thin spots in my hair. I'm balding, so I have to have a good barber. All of us need a good barber. You might have to switch barbers. I've had to switch 3 barbers since I've been in town. Uh, Barber was too inconsistent, and I've struggled with getting somebody to be able to blend my hair. Well, when I got a haircut, none of my thin spots and bald spots are showing, and I can find the styles that work well with that. That's a game right there for y'all. So all that, that's the only thing I agree with women. Oh, you need to get the right barber. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Every now and then they'll say something that you could be in the court with. No problem with that. Everybody likes being. Everybody likes fresh and clean cut. Everybody likes that. So definitely, that's what you need to do. So all that to build yourself up. Now, getting also related to your fitness is your D game. Uh, you got to know how to fuck these hoes, man. You can't be out here in the world and not knowing how to fuck these hoes, especially Western women. And for you guys that can't really passport no time soon, or maybe at all, you're gonna have to deal with Western women, and you're gonna have to fuck them. They uh they are promiscuous. Pandora's box has been opened, and you will not you will not get the kind of sex you want or enough sex if you can't fuck them. They have had a lot of sex. Uh, so, and you're gonna have to deal with them when you can't passport no time soon or at all. You're gonna have to deal with them. So you're gonna have to be able to be in the playing field. Uh, Working on your sex game is not. It's not hard to get sex once you build yourself up. Once you have your appearance up, do not leave with your wallet. Don't throw your money around. That ain't what I'm saying. But when you got that nice apartment minimum, decent car, clean car, you're well kept, you got an income that can support you and you can manage with it and save with it, you're ready to go. Uh, I wouldn't do dating. I would kind of just be good and social, be able to put yourself in a position where you'll run into some women that's available. I'm not going to say single because I don't, that's in Western society, it's just not safe to say anymore because people deal with a lot of people in various ways, all kinds of situationships and stuff like that. So Be able to put yourself in places where you can be social. Not necessarily nightlife, but there are good events and things that transpire throughout the day, in the daytime, certain times of the year, month. You know, looking on event calendars and stuff like that in your local area and stuff. So put yourself in a position to be social, go in looking good, smelling good, and able to have a conversation. And yeah, just go from there. You know, eventually you'll be able to muster up, getting to know a female, communicate with her on a regular basis, maybe doing some meetups, not necessarily dates, more so meetups. Focus on the meetups, man. Don't do the dates for you guys in this situation. Um, Now, pretty sure most of you guys ain't virgins. You should know how to fuck. Um, don't recommend basing it off porn either. Um, but as the conversation flows, you know, you let the woman lead into talking about sex. And like I put in the description, you ensure you got good D. That's what they want. Uh, Head and all that, you know, it's good, but you know, I advise any man not to be giving head to a woman that he hasn't known for a long time, and she has disclosed a lot of information to ensure some kind of comfort. It's not a good policy to put your mouth on a female. You probably could do it with some dental dams, but I wouldn't do that at all. Don't put your mouth on a female at all. And don't go raw at all. Stay strapped. Uh, but simply put, females like to be fucked for a long period of time, or they like a lot of rounds. Uh, and they like that they like to be like you have to be able to pump and thrust, throw some deep. You have to stay hard, have to last long. So those are some bases. Whatever rhythm or stroke you got, that's on you. Um, I mean, you can talk to her about how she likes it, stuff like that. Like I said, you let her lead that conversation. You just ensure you got some good D. To make sure you got some good D, you know, make sure you have the right condom that fits you. Make sure she has the type of contraception that works well for her. Some of these women can't use latex, so you may have to figure that out. I know I have a problem sometimes when women can't use latex because there's certain condoms that I can't use. Uh, you know, I can barely use, you know, some Trojan brands, and that's kind of standard across the board. So I have to go and order certain things. So it just depends. But yeah, so you have to match yourself up with, you know, good condoms that suit you, fit you, work well with you. And whatever stroke has been your forte, or find a new stroke. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you can talk to her about all that. But the thing is, let her lead that in conversation and ensure some good D. To be on the safe side, always be prepared. And I don't recommend popping a pill, but in this day and age, try to find the most natural product that'll have the same effect if you want to be on the safe side, uh, especially if you're up in age. Gotta have that D game, man. Definitely have that D game. All that Viagra and shit like that, avoid that shit. That's like some absolute no other option type shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep that shit to something natural. That'll do the trick. And always be willing to go rounds. Uh, don't go, don't go in and you know if something happens where you don't go as long as you would like, go again. Don't go to sleep. Let her know, hey, we going again. Um, so do what you got to do to be able to go again. You got to give that long D session or some rounds. Uh, uh, I would say 3 rounds minimum. 5 rounds standard, unless you are 40, like you can go 45 minutes or an hour plus. Usually that's me. I'm 45 minutes to an hour plus. I'm making them say, "Ass, have I come yet?" or they tap out. So that's me. Uh, that's how I get down. It's rare that I have to go rounds, but I will go some rounds. Uh, my schedule prevents me from going rounds. That's just if I got a day I can lay up and shit. Rounds is for a layup if you laying up. My schedule, I haven't laid up in a long time. So that's just me. The women, when you go to places that got some type of events going on, not associated with the nightlife that you could be social at, go to something you're interested in, farmers market, wine tasting, little festival, or something like that. Uh, the women that you should look for that I had success with when I came out of monk mode, building myself up, I had success with biracial black women. That's what I had success with. Young ones at that. Um, I usually fare well with biracial black women of all shapes and types. I prefer the ones that are fit or the weight is in the right places. They tend to have a better temperament, uh, and especially when they're young, you catching them while they're young. You'll be satisfied. You'll be a little bit more comfortable with that versus dealing with, women in your age range, and especially black women. Lord forbid, you guys. I'm trying to tell you, I try to give it one last hoorah with black women my age or in my age range, and especially trying to apply the red pill to them. And hey, don't do it. Um, I really don't want you to even mess with them.